स्वागत करुच्ची आपण को सर कौन कहे निश्चित भाव जो भाव आज हियरिंग होती एवं केंद्र सरकार को निष्पत्ति को बलवत्तर करके रखी तबे कौन कहे सर?
Well, I must tell you, this is one of the finest kind of a litigation you can ever see in the entire 70 odd years. That's my view, and I would definitely invite all your audience to understand the kind of a classic attempt made by the central government to done away with the a temporary provision Article 370, which has been upheld now in all aspects. The Supreme Court has already upheld the abrogation. I mean, in a way, in fact, it is an amendment happened to the Article 370 through the route of the President and President constitutional order and all. So all the aspects have been upheld by the Supreme Court. The classic, the character of this particular challenge, and more importantly, the attempt on the part of the government of India to bring about an old temporary provision of 370 for an integration of one of the state, Jammu Kashmir, taro defense ama hathw thila, taro international relations ama pakhre thila, but we were not being able to integrate that, and it's basically the kind of a design of the language of Article 370 which was incorporated. And keeping in view the historical background, it was one of the most difficult part. I mean, it is not gainsaying for anybody to really even question the previous government, or for that matter, the initial government of Mr. Nehru and all. But let me tell you, I must really commend the central government the way they brought down this particular provision and integration, final integration, and the concept of asymmetric federalism. For the first time, this is a kind of a concept the Constitution bench has brought in that phrase as a jurisprudential phrase, where they say that there is no sovereignty. The Jammu Kashmir never had neither the internal sovereignty nor had a sovereignty that we understood it. So they said that it is actually kind of a asymmetric. It's not a very symmetric.
सर जदि देखा जो भाव सुप्रीम कोर्ट आउ गोटे निर्देश देती कि जो भाव सुप्रीम कोर्ट रे जो भाव जम्मू कश्मीर को राज्य मान्यता एवं सेठारे निर्वाचन करने गोटे डेडलाइन कि देखुं?
Well, that is also that has to be a corollary, is a corollary to what the consequences as a constitutional challenge fall out. This is basically the fallout of that. 30th of September भितर सुप्रीम कोर्ट कहते जे तादर गोटे इलेक्शन कमिशन को डायरेक्शन देछन जे इलेक्शन आपण करिवे, नंबर 1. Number 2, because the central government gave a commitment to the Supreme Court, saying to the extent saying that we will also work out that the state because सेगुड़ा यूनियन टेरिटरी बना है तेणु ताकू स्टेट रो दर्जा को कन्वर्ट करिया को पड़िबो. सो दे आर आल्सो लुकिंग फॉर एक्सपेडाइटिंग दैट प्रोसेस. सो दैट कमिटमेंट वाज टेकन note of by the Constitution bench, directed the election commission to hold this election by the 30th of September. That's a good sign. And apart from that, of course, the Justice Call, who has recommended a commission, the Truth and Reconciliation Commitment for a fact-finding exercises, and then for a real reconciliation in terms of the people's reconciliation. This may be a constitutional and the governance efforts on the part of the central government to integrate the state. But now the time has come for engaging in this celebratory exercise of a democracy where the people will be.
सर आमे गोटे हाको ऐतिहासिक राय कहि परिबा एवं एहा संगरे 370 धारा उपरे गोटे प्रकार जो भली भाबे पुनर्बार लागू करा जिवो कि भली भाबे सेठाकर जो लोक मानन को राजनीतिक दल माने प्रलोभन देखाउतले गोटे प्रकार पूर्णछेद लागिछि एवं एहा संगरे सुप्रीम कोर्ट को राय संगरे 370 धारा जो उच्छेद पुनर्बार लागू करिया उपरे गोटे पूर्णछेद लागिछि कहले.
Absolutely. That's why I started by saying this is the classic case, and this is, I think it should be the studies for the entire population, including at least the students of law like me. I'm really stunned. The manner of exercise of this entire designing to bring down 370 is something extraordinary attempt in terms of the knowledge, in terms of the intellect, in terms of the processes. And याठू बेहतर तरीके रे याकू गोटे ये भलिया 370 को डाउन आनिबार चांस ही नथिला. आगु को जे एटा 370 आसीओ बर्तन 370 इन इट्स ओन ओरिजिनल शेप आउ नाही. It's a very truncated step.
यहाँ संगे जो भारत संविधान रही समग्र राज्य में जो भाव शासन चलती
आलोचना करते सुप्रीम कोर्टर वरिष्ठ आईनजीवी सहित एवं ये एक एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी राय बोली कही सहित अनेक गुड़े जटिलता थिला आर्टिकल 370 को लेकिन जो जटिलता को केंद्र सरकार शेष कर सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी मोहर मार्च बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आम सहित लिपिका दिल्ली जोड़ी होते संपर्क में आलोचना करते।